By false pretense and with the intent to defraud any other person, invites or otherwise induces that a person or any other person to visit Nigeria for any purpose connected with the commission of an offense under the Advanced Fee Fraud and Other Fraud-Related Offences Act 2006 is liable on conviction to imprisonment for a term not more than 20 years and not less than 7 years without the option of a fine. Good evening. Welcome to The Eagle. My name is Aisha Gambari. With me is Aisha Mohammed. Hello.
Hi, Aisha. Hello, viewers, and thanks for keeping a date with us on another edition of the program.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
On the program today, operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC have arrested a syndicate of scammers for attempting to defraud a new generation bank. Also today, a gubernatorial aspirant in Bauchi State, Abdullahi Usman Adamu, also known as China, has been declared wanted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC.
Executive Chairman of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Lamar, says the Commission, through its training programs, enlightenment initiative and collaboration with stakeholders, has demonstrated its resolve to help Nigeria achieve greatness. Please stay tuned. We will be back after the break.
Cheers! Cheers! What is it? Please, keep to yourself.
Chivurabo, I got a telephone call.
Anytime I close my eyes,
yes,
I see dead people chasing me in my sleep.
My Jova Magadam.
Chief, is it possible for someone to become restless just because of his past deeds?
Nevertheless, unless you kill somebody dead, then the spirit will be haunted you. Was you all contractors?
I embezzled all the money for the roads that are now death traps, killing people every day. I approved the supplies of fake drugs on pipe-on water. I embezzled the money. I dey fear, Chief.
You are supposed to fear, especially now that the people of EFCC are chasing people who are doing to submit other people's money. EFCC, as soon as they capture them, straight to prison.
Chief,
jail. How you are? Life are not just about acquire wealth, making money. When other people are didn't die of hunger and neglect. Be careful. EFCC I watch.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Welcome back. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC have arrested a syndicate of scammers for attempting to defraud the New Generation Bank. Thelma Eke completes the report.
Olalawal, Olumide Kayode, and Abbas Adekunle were arrested following a botched attempt to compromise the bank system and steal depositors' funds using an electronic device known as Key Lock Key Grabber. The trio's arrest was made possible by an insider who revealed to the bank's management that some fraudsters were planning to gain access to its network using the device. Investigations show that a staff of the bank was contacted by one of the suspected fraudsters with a business proposition on how to hack into the system of the bank. The staff subsequently informed the management of the bank and he was instructed to play along with the fraudster. By the arrangement, an electronic device will be used to harvest passwords of some of the key operation staff of the bank and pave the way for the fraudsters to move customers' funds. Lawal was arrested while trying to hand over the key lock key grabber to the staff. His arrest led to the arrest of 2 other suspects, Olumide Kayode, Maborukoje, and Abbas Ajibade. The suspects will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. Selma Eke, reporting for the Eagle.
Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Lamurde, says the Commission, through its training programs, enlightenment initiatives and collaboration with stakeholders, has demonstrated its resolve to help Nigeria achieve greatness. The report.
Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Lamurde, says the Commission, through its training programs, enlightenment initiatives and collaboration with stakeholders, has demonstrated its resolve to help Nigeria achieve greatness. Lamurde made the assertion while flagging up a 3-day anti-corruption, fiscal responsibility and good governance training for state government officials across the country at the EFCC Academy, Karo, Abuja. The EFCC boss, who was represented by Secretary to the Commission Emmanuel Adeboyega Aremu, urged the participants to appreciate the sensitive role they play as managers of our Commonwealth. While listing inflation of prices, embezzlement, misappropriation, overestimation of cost of projects, ghost worker syndrome, award and abandonment of contracts, and outright payment of money to godfathers as some of the ways corruption thrives at state government level, Lamurde warns that EFCC would not spare anyone who violates the law. Earlier in his welcome address, the commandant of the EFCC Academy, Ayo Olooni, expressed delight that after a series of consultations and preparations, the training had finally commenced. He thanked the chairman of the commission and the House of Representatives Committee on State and Local Government Affairs for making the event a reality. In his remarks, the vice chairman of the House Committee on State and Local Government Affairs, Ibrahim Lawal Nuhu, lamented the high rate of corruption at all levels of government in the country, saying that was why the National Assembly ensured the promulgation of anti-corruption laws and agencies. In a goodwill message, Alhaji Mohammed Bello Umar, head of service, Zamfara State, urged the EFCC to take the training down to the grassroots because the masses needed to know how their resources are being managed. The training, which will cover all the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, started with the northwest states of Kano, Zamfara, Kaduna, Kebbi, Katsina, Jigawa, and Sokoto.
You're still watching the program, The Eagle. A gubernatorial aspirant in Bauchi State, Abdullahi Usman Adamu, also known as Then China, has been declared wanted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC. The politician come miner is wanted by the Anti-Graft agency for allegedly obtaining money by false pretenses from a Chinese company, Shanghai International HK Limited, by false pretense. Zainab Sani Ahmed is our guide.
The suspect, Abdullahi Usman Adamu, alias Dan China, allegedly obtained the sum of $500 United States from one Chinese firm as part payment for the supply of 3,000 metric tons of lead ore, a contract he failed to execute. Following a petition by the Economic and Commercial Counselor Office of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, the EFCC invited the suspect for questioning, but he failed to honor the invitation. The suspect is currently on the run as effort to track him, including several visits to his home in Narabi, Bauchi State, proved futile. Consequently, the Commission enjoins anyone with useful information on his whereabouts to contact its head office in Wuse 2, Abuja, or zonal offices in Gombe, Kano, Enugu, Port Harcourt, and Lagos, or to the nearest police station. His last known address is number 1, Sabongari, Narabi, in Toro local government area of Bauchi State. I am Zainab Sani Ahmed reporting for the Eagle.
Nigeria is the 6th largest producer of oil in the world. In over 50 years of oil exploration, the country has earned well over $600 billion as oil revenue. If properly managed, it should provide us with a health system that will save lives and not a decaying health system. A society where energy goes round for meaningful development and not an epileptic power supply system. a productive educational system and not a decaying educational system. A society where jobs are created for self-sustainability and not a society where our youth roam the streets unemployed. A highway of safety and security and not roads that lead us to early graves. We should have credible leaders who deliver dividends of democracy to the people and not corrupt leaders who divert our collective revenue for private use. Say no to corrupt leaders. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Advance fee fraud is an act of criminality which occurs when a fraudster targets victims to make advance payment for certain unmerited financial gains. It could take the form of someone asking for advance payment for goods, services, and some other financial gains. Aisha Gambari in this special report takes a look at the Commission's effort in tackling this genre of fraud. This report contains disturbing pictures. Viewer discretion is advised. The report.
There are several types of advance fee fraud. They include career opportunity scams, clairvoyance or psychic scams, check overpayment fraud, dating or romance scams, fraud recovery fraud, and identity theft. Others are inheritance fraud, loan scams, lottery, and sweepstakes scams. Whatever form it takes, the ultimate motive of the scammer is to obtain benefits from his victim by making seemingly irresistible propositions to him. Clairvoyance or psychic scams is one form of advance fee fraud known as wash-wash in the Nigerian parlance. When total strangers approaches you with stories that they have seen something wonderful or terrible about your future, you may not need any other to tell tale that you are being lined up to be fleeced. The tales deployed as baits for victims are many. Some claim to possess powers that can heal or provide remedy to certain ailments. They may also tell you that you are in some kind of trouble, but a solution is within reach. They could demand for a fee to remove a curse or a spell. Some even go as far as telling you that they can produce currency notes or that they have some marked notes somewhere and they need money to buy chemicals to wash it. A demo operation is carried out in which the mugu, as they call their victim, is taken through a motion of paper being washed to become a hard currency, often the US dollars. The process usually ends with the victim being told to help source for some money to purchase the expensive chemical for a cut of the deal. This form of scam is common in Nigeria, with many victims losing lifetime investments to fraudsters. Section 2 of the Advance Fee Fraud and Other Fraud-Related Offences Act 2006 states that a person who with intent to defraud represent himself as possessing the power or as capable of doubling or otherwise increasing any sum of money through scientific or any other medium of invocation of any juju or other invincible entity of anything whatsoever commits an offense and is liable on conviction to imprisonment for a term not more than 15 years and not less than 5 years without the option of a fine. Armed with this, the Commission has been unrelenting in its effort to check the activities of the scammers. Raids were carried out on their hideouts, mostly shrines in remote villages and towns, where they construct makeshift shrines decorated with gory objects to scare or convince their victims. One of such raids took place in Ikorodu, a suburb of Lagos. Operatives of the Commission stormed the village inhabited by predominantly cassava farmers. The atmosphere appeared calm with a natural ambience, but that was the perfect disguise that attracted the scammers to the village. This shrine belongs to one Elentu Akpetutu, a 35-year-old alleged fake herbal healer. He was alleged to have constructed the makeshift shrine and advertises his power to heal all kinds of ailments. His fame began to spread, attracting clients from far and near. Akpetutu started defrauding his victims by demanding for large sums of money and handing them fake herbal concoctions. He, however, met his Waterloo when one of his victims, who lost a fortune to him, decided to report to the EFCC. The victim, who is a staff of a new generation bank in Lagos, alleged that she met Akpetutu through her driver when she was seeking for alternative medicine therapy for her sick daughter. The driver, who hails from the same community with Akpetutu, took her and the daughter to Ikorodu where she met Akwetutu. She was asked to pay a certain amount of money as deposit for him to commence processing herbs for her daughter. The victim also told the commission via a petition that the sum of 75,000 naira was deposited with him. She was asked to come back for the herbs next day, which she did. After collecting the herbs, Akwetutu called her to bring more money in order for him to prepare more herbs for her daughter, which she did. The demand for more money continued. After several months of treatment with no improvement in her daughter's health, the victim approached Akwetutu again to complain, but was asked to bring more money. She said she had to sell some of her properties in order to meet up with his demands. Having exhausted her resources, she approached a friend for a loan. It was after listening to a narration about her dealings with Akwetutu that the friend suspected that she has been scammed and advised her to report to the commission. The commission immediately swung into action by raiding the village. Upon sighting the victim in company of armed personnel, Akwetutu immediately ran into hiding. A search began for him and he was eventually discovered inside the forest.
Come!
He was then brought back to the shrine and the discovery was quite gory.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
A search was conducted round the shrine and a big statue which the victim claimed spoke to her was discovered. The statue was located inside an inner room which had a back door which served as an entry and exit point for Akwetutu's accomplice who talks through the effigy to convince their victims.
From the other side. No. We will pack all those things now. Where are we going to? Let them open this thing.
Like here, somebody they say talk. They do win.
We will pack all the things where they describe. Okay.
Somebody go there too.
Many villagers watched with relief while Akwetutu was arrested and taken away. Some of them who spoke off camera said they have watched helplessly as Akwetutu terrorizes the villagers. They said he's not a native of their town and haven't discovered his nefarious act. All efforts to evict him proved abortive. Akwetutu was arrested and taken to the EFCC Lagos Zonal Office where his tools of the trade were exhibited.
Aisha, that was really scary. So this kind of thing still exists?
Oh yes, Aisha, it does. It really does exist. We just have to be very vigilant, you know. A lot of those people go around. I'm sure you've had stories like that.
Yeah, but it's so scary. I thought it's just in a movie or something, you know? Like, it doesn't happen in real life. Wow.
It does happen. Next is the feedback segment with Chidima Amanambo. Please stay tuned.
Tosin Jinodu at Josh Makinaki 201 sent us a tweet saying, I want to report a case about fake Nigeria custom officers. How do I go about making my report? Thanks, Tosin, for your message. You can report your case by writing a petition addressed to the EFCC chairman, number 5 Formella Street, off Adetokunbo Ademola Crescent, Wuse 2, Abuja, attaching all relevant documents, or you can contact us via our Facebook at official EFCC if you need more clarifications. And we also got several calls on our hotlines about people who have also been defrauded by scammers, parading themselves as custom officers on Facebook. We want to use this medium to reiterate that people should be extremely careful when having business dealings with unknown persons. Please ensure you do a proper due diligence on any proposition you receive before committing to it. It pays to err on the side of caution. That's all we have for you this week on the feedback segment. Thanks for your contributions. To be part of this segment, please visit us on facebook.com/official EFCC or follow us on Twitter @official EFCC. You can also watch our programs and other activities on youtube.com/official EFCC. You can call or send a text to the following numbers: 0809 3322 644 and 0818 3322 644. And to report any misconduct by staff of the Commission, please log on to dia@efccnigeria.org or call this number 0990447758 between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. weekdays only.
Thank you, Chidima, for the feedback. Aisha, could you believe that as the program was going on, as we're rolling the feedback, actually I got a message on our Facebook page from Alex Peter saying that somebody wants to scam him, and the person is parading himself as a custom officer. The public should please be aware of this new form of scam, because people have been complaining, sending messages and even calling on us on our hotlines, complaining that people are parading themselves as custom officers either on Facebook or I don't know how they do it. So I think it's high time people really know the new form of scam.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, people have to be very careful. Do not transact businesses with any individual, whether known to you or unknown to you, especially if it's coming through the social media platforms. Somebody you don't know is asking you to send money. Exactly. Don't you think something is missing? Please be vigilant. Yeah. That's it. Thank you for joining us on today's edition of the program. My name is Aisha Gambari. From you, Aisha.
Yes, Aisha. The Public Interface Unit of the Public Affairs Department of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is driving a national discourse online every week. We are focusing on issues of good governance as it affects the anti-corruption crusade in Nigeria. Please join us on Google Plus by searching for Official EFCC or Official EFCC ng@gmail.com. When signed in your Google Plus account, like us or follow us. You can also join us on facebook.com/official EFCC or follow us on Twitter @official EFCC. You can also watch our programs and other activities on youtube.com/official EFCC. Thanks for watching. God bless you and goodbye.